Hello and thank you for taking the time to see this presentation today. We will be presenting the findings of Heineken's positioning analysis with the aim of identifying perceptions of the brand in the Spanish market and determining an appropriate approach to marketing for the brand in Spain. So firstly, an overview of what we'll be covering off today. We'll start off with a review of the case analysis and the key issues, followed by the research methodology. From here, we'll move into the key findings that were uncovered during the analysis before concluding and providing strategic recommendations for Heineken's activity in Spain. So firstly, the key issues from the case analysis. Spain has a deeply entrenched wine culture, which meant gaining traction in this market is difficult for Heineken and other beer labels. Heineken's existing strategy is dependent on tourist consumption as opposed to making a strong connection with the local Spanish market. The premium lager segment grew in Spain, yet Heineken's market share is low, which is interesting given that few Spaniards had interest in premium lager prior to Heineken entering the market. So on to the research. In order to better understand Heineken's brand position in Spain, we have conducted a positioning analysis based on data collected from over 1,000 Spanish consumers across Spain. This helps us to determine the ideal brand image for Heineken in Spain and how can the Heineken brand be positioned to appeal to a viable Spanish segment, and do we need to potentially reposition the brand in the market. So the key findings, we can see in the positioning map produced by the analysis that social scenes and locations as well as pricing are important to Spaniards when consuming beer. This is indicated by the high correlation of attributes on the horizontal dimension, such as with food, to be seen, and nightclub for location-focused attributes, and value, sophisticated, and expensive as price-related attributes. On the vertical dimension, we see correlations of high attributes including smooth and bitter, indicating that taste is a major differentiator for consumers. A key finding from the positioning map is that variance of the horizontal dimension is just under 50%, while the vertical dimension is 28.4%, indicating that drinking location is almost twice as important to Spanish consumers as the taste of beer. So specific to brands, the analysis indicates that there is perception that Voldam offers a distinct bitter taste with high alcohol content. The product pricing is also significantly different to Heineken. Voldam has large market share of 17% compared to Heineken, in close competition with Coronita in the lower right quadrant, holding a 4% market share, which is less than half of the average for this category. And just to go visit Exhibit H from the case, as mentioned in the case study, the youth market is growing due to the larger number of young singles. According to the consumer preferences in these 9 clusters, 4 clusters show high accumulations in the bottom left quadrant, specifically P2, P9, P6, and P3. So on to our conclusion. As a result of the positioning analysis, we can see that there is an opportunity to improve Heineken's market share by repositioning the brand in the marketplace. While there were concerns initially with targeting the youth market due to a potentially negative impact on the perception of the Heineken brand as being a premium and sophisticated product, the analysis indicates that the Heineken brand is perceived as being more youthful and less premium anyway. We also now know that location and social situations are key attributes to consumption behaviour in Spain. While prior to this analysis it may have seemed appropriate for Heineken to focus venue distribution towards high-end restaurants and pubs, it appears that in fact it will struggle to compete due to a lack of competitive advantage specific to the perception of quality. In addition, these kinds of venues do not correlate with the youth group, which is where the Spanish consumers perceive this brand to belong to. Heineken may look to focus on appealing to private location and home consumption for its products. And on to the recommendations. We recommend that Heineken focuses on repositioning its brand in the Spanish market away from the global positioning strategy of being a sophisticated and premium brand. Heineken can see a greater response to marketing efforts by focusing messages on its refreshing and smooth beer taste, which will have a great appeal to the youth market. In addition, creating an image that Heineken is a social beer that can be shared at home and is perfect for house parties and to drink with friends. This will drive positive marketing results. We recommend that marketing efforts become less focused on targeting high-end restaurants and expensive pubs. As we discovered in the positioning analysis, these types of venues don't align with the youth segment, and in addition, the Spanish market doesn't consider Heineken to be a premium or sophisticated product, meaning that it doesn't have a competitive advantage in these venues. Heineken may look to emphasise specific product attributes, including its non-bitter taste, smooth and refreshing texture, as these can provide significant competitive advantages over other brands in the Spanish beer market. And finally, it is recommended that H&B use a house of brand strategy when promoting its other beer brands in Spain, as findings strongly support that Ansell and Cruz Campo both have strong market share in the lower priced lager segments, indicating favourable consumer preference ahead of close rivals such as Estrella and San Miguel. So we hope this analysis can help guide Heineken's next moves, and thank you for taking the time to listen.